A lot of times in the hall I'd get stopped and then somebody would yell out, "Are you a boy or a girl?" I'd be like, "Girl," and they're like, "You sure?" "Yes. I know what gender I am." And I kept walking. There were a couple incidents in gym when I actually did what we were supposed to do, which is change for gym. Starting about mid-sophomore year, I just stopped changing for gym. I just would wear my street clothes. The other girls were really preppy, like popular girls, and they would always just like kind of look at me while I'm changing, like, and like random shit. And one of them, I don't remember what she said, but she made some kind of comment about something I was wearing. And I think she commented on the reason I never took my sweatshirt off, because I didn't like to take my sweatshirt off. And like, I was just like, and I just like walked out. And like, I was half dressed for gym, and the other half was still street clothes, and I was just like, I'm not changing. So it was during lunch, and I walked into the bathroom, and there were two, like, preppy girls or whatever sitting at, or like standing at the sinks, and I was like, shit. And I just walked into a stall. And then while I was going, I just hear them start like talking. They're like, "Oh, I hope she doesn't peek up my skirt," and "Oh, I don't want to catch the gay," and just like a whole bunch of slang and slurs. I walk out and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna catch the gay." And at this point, I wasn't out. Nor did I even think I was gay. So I was like, fuck, not gay. I washed my hands, and then they're walking behind me to leave as I'm washing my hands, and one of them bumps me with their shoulder. And let's just say that they didn't walk out of the bathroom in good condition. I socked one in the gut, and then I hit the other with my elbow in the face, right there. She had a bruised cheekbone. The other one, I think she ended up with a bruise on her stomach, because I thought I saw it during the gym one day. The last time I think I got struck by the illness, which I ended up calling Libby syndrome, I think was right after graduation of high school, when I got out of this hellhole. I started throwing up about 20 to 30 times a night, usually between midnight or 2 to about 4 in the morning. So I usually didn't sleep. And depending on what I had to do that day, like, it first started affecting me during the day when I had like tests or something, or I'd gotten bullied previously the like earlier day. And I started getting sick and throwing up a little bit, and like not much, but it got worse as time went on. About the end of first try, junior year, I was at the point where if I even tried to drive to class, I would have to pull over to throw up on the side of the road. I got quite a bit of attention from some sheriffs and some police officers and some state troopers. When they would see a kid throwing up on the side of the road, they would always stop, ask me if I was okay. I'd be like, "I'm fine." They're like, "Are you sure? Do you need to go to the hospital?" "No, this is normal." "How is this normal?" "I don't know." But there are medical records of it. And I went to so many doctors about it, and no one knew what was wrong with me. So what most of them asked me to do was keep a little journal of every time I would throw up. So usually I would fill up an entire page, and it was about that big. I had maybe 25 lines a page. I'd fill up front and back usually, just for a single night. And I got reasonably good at being able to still like throw up and then go back, watch some TV or play video games or whatever I was doing, because I just took to not sleeping, so I stayed up doing random things. And then if I had to throw up again, I could just calmly walk to the bathroom, because I've I learned how to hold my vomit for about 5 minutes, which is not something most people can do. And then since I threw up so much, I did trick shots. Like, I threw up from about 5 feet away from the toilet and got it all in. When it got bad, about second try of junior year, I started just taking to swallowing it because I was so used to the taste of vomit by then. Also not something most people say. So, like, if I would throw up, I'd literally just look like this. The doctors don't have an actual diagnosis, but the main one that they picked was stress or this place. Like, I had one doctor, and I quote, "West High gives bad juju." It's like, doesn't sound like a doctor thing to say, but you said juju, so I'm gonna give you a high five. And so they sent me to a psychologist who I still currently see, and she, like, literally, she was supposed to teach me different ways to deal with stress, but none of them worked. Like, I tried them all, and they didn't work, and so we found something that did work, which is I just bitch about my life when I see her. Like, I just tell her what's been going on in my life, I bitch about things I want to bitch about, and I'm, like, happy about things I want to be happy about. And I feel better.